Thank you, Secretary Rubio, for joining us right here at the corner. Thank you for being with us today. Secretary Rubio, diversifying critical mineral supply chains away from China is a priority of both of us. I want to thank you and the department for your collaboration with my subcommittee on related legislation, which was already mentioned, Dominance Act, that we recently passed unanimously through this committee. The FY27 budget requests $5 billion for New America First Opportunity Fund, including $250 million for critical minerals. So can you expand on that request and clarify whether these funds are intended to support Forge, Pac Silica, the economic security zone in the Philippines that was announced on April 16, or other priorities?
Yeah, all of the above. We want to have the flexibility to jump on these opportunities in a very nimble and effective way. We have a couple things going on at the same time. The first is, I would say, a feature of our bilateral engagement all over the world. In every one of our embassies you travel to, and many of you have traveled, you will see that critical minerals and supply chains feature prominently in all the diplomatic work that we're doing. And we're actually having countries approach us and say critical minerals should be a part of our agreement and our relationship because they want to see those resources used to the benefit of their people in a responsible way. The second thing is we hosted this ministerial we followed up on, in which we brought together dozens of countries from around the world who are all agreeing to this compact that we're going to cooperate with one another, not just for access to the minerals, but for access to the refining and processing capability that turns those minerals into useful parts of our supply chain. The third on Pac Silica is very focused on the specific supply chain critical to the growth in AI and what you'll need in order to power AI in the 21st century. And when you point to the Philippines, that's a very creative opportunity in which there was this land that they control, that's in the government there has, actually used to have a military presence on it by the United States. And now that's going to be turned over as an innovation zone for this entire ecosystem. And we want to be nimble enough to be able to jump on these opportunities. Sometimes present themselves outside the regular, earmark process or the regular financing process, appropriations process of Congress. We don't want good opportunities to pass us by because our competitors around the world are much more nimble and able to move much quicker, and we've lost opportunities in the past because of that.
Thank you very much. This is exactly why we appreciate working with the administration and the priorities in this breaking that critical mineral supply chain from China. So thank you. In February, the administration released its long-anticipated Maritime Action Plan that rightly focuses on reindustrializing American shipbuilding and reducing reliance on Chinese-built ships. The plan notes but does not focus on the need to work with our international partners to address the short-term gaps in our shipping industry. My international counterparts have noted that absent a Ministry of Industry, they are unsure whom to engage on the U.S. side for international shipbuilding matters. So, Mr. Secretary, do you agree that the State Department should be the primary point of entry for these discussions? And if so, which office within the State Department should lead that?
Well, I'm not prepared to claim that as belonging to us, but I certainly know that our Economic Bureau will play a key role in it. Maybe it's better positioned in commerce. Potentially, the Department of War will have a role to play in this as well, because some of this involves shipbuilding for our Navy. I can say that in the case of Finland, we're entering into that agreement on the icebreakers, which will help. They'll help us, and they're very good at the construction of that. I know with South Korea, there's been part of our agreement with them is the ability to not just build ships here in the United States, but they may be able to build a few in South Korea as well that would be helpful to us. So we are looking to this. Unfortunately, what has happened in the world is that the capacity of other than China, very few countries have invested heavily in their shipbuilding for a long time. That's an industrial capacity that's been lost because they've been subsidizing their industry and producing it at such a high rate. So that's one more thing that we need to reindustrialize to the broader world and ultimately, hopefully, to the United States and our shipyards here as well.
Thank you. Very quickly, on the Taiwan arms sales, it's already been addressed many times, but given the growing PRC threats against Taiwan, there is a strong bipartisan consensus here in Congress that Taiwan must receive the defensive system it has already purchased and paid for without undue delay. So can you provide an update on the current status of these deliveries and the administration's plan to expedite them?
Well, the first tranche, which was the single largest sale to Taiwan ever, was the $11 billion in December. That was approved and is moving. The second is, I think, the $14 billion one that is still under review, and it's under review for a variety of reasons that don't necessarily just include Taiwan. It includes the availability of the stocks in the short term. We have to balance that with our own procurement process. So it's a normal to review it's a large sale. I mean, it's not small. It would be the biggest one ever. And I just remind everybody, the $11 billion we did in December, I believe, was more than was sold to Taiwan the entirety of the Biden presidency, and that just happened 5 months ago.
Representative Moskowitz.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being here today, and also thank you for staying until the end.